Shalom. Praises to all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Shalom to the brothers and doing the work in all sincerity and truth. Yeah, I got this article about an NFT restaurant, and it's funny because it shows how all this kind of digital Charagma linked basically social social systems, or has basically gonna be you're gonna be what you can engage with is gonna be linked to to these systems of Charagma. And that's basically what they're trying to push. And the thing is it's more gonna be the people. It's gonna be the people on the top, trying to desiring exclusivity and whatnot. But they're still gonna be in the system. They're still gonna get the mark. That's why it says small or great, rich and poor. You're gonna have those that in the world are so-called what's the word? They're they think they're someone of esteem, someone of worth, on some kind of high level. But in reality, they're still utilizing that system. They're still within it. They're not really on the same level as the elites, where the elites aren't even engaging with that system. They're having the the sheep will deal with it. So it's on the Washington Post. This is what an NFT restaurant open in New York will serve up status with a side of seafood. And it's funny as well because NFTs have been blowing up to the point where it's gone super mainstream, and it's like now, it's made like crypto even more acceptable, even more like normalized and kind of in the minds of the people than even like Bitcoin and whatnot did. Because it's like NFTs just kind of blew up, and it's like, okay, people, like hella people getting in. It's like, no, why people like, oh, you jumping on the NFTs? It's like hella. It's kind of it's funny. It's blew up hella, but let me read it. It says NFTs have been steadily making their way into the restaurant world, along with seemingly every other sphere from art to politics. And so a restaurant whose founders claim is the first of its kind, essentially offering admittance only to holders of a limited number of non-fungible tokens, seems inevitable. Flyfish Club, set to open in the yet-to-be-announced Manhattan location, in the first half of the next year, will be a luxury seafood-inspired dining club from the VCR Group, a hospitality and restaurant group that includes Gary Vaynerchuk, the serial entrepreneur and co-founder of the online reservation system Resy. To gain access to the club, members must have a Flyfish NFT, which is a unique digital asset stored on the blockchain and purchased using cryptocurrency. The company released 1,005 tokens this month, bringing around 15 million. Yes, they're making. it's kind of wild, because like people are fully buying into like this NFTs, and it's mad because like when it was like cryptocurrency, people were just like a bit more skeptical, but it seems like NFTs has made it like I don't know what it is about NFTs, but people are jumped on it hella way more easily. So this is what NFTs transform artwork or even art. As of Friday afternoon, you could buy a regular membership token on the secondary market for the equivalent of around $13,600. A token giving the holder access to an even more exclusive tier, which includes access to a private room serving omakase, chef-created multi-course sushi meals, could be had for the equivalent of around $29,500. And that's just to get you in the door. Patrons will have to pay for their meals, albeit in US dollars. So that's not even like doesn't even provide you any kind of experience. It's just to get in. It's just for the exclusivity. So that's like part of what people buy into, especially for those that so-called think they're on a higher level. You know, these celebrities, people with money on a certain kind of level. Like they might get certain privileges that come with having their mark, or having it on or having their charagma, having it on a certain kind of level. But then they're still within a system. It's still subject to that control. And it really shows like the Exodus. Was it 21:16 about making the all in the ear? It's 20. This is what, in an interview with Rodelitz, acknowledged that membership in the club isn't just about food or even a high-end experience. High-end dining experience. Social currency is a big part of this. People are communicating digitally about what they like and who they are. Yeah, so it's basically that. Exodus 21:5. Okay, so it says yeah, social currency is a big part of this, and community digitally. So it's gonna be and that's how you know these things link into the charagma, because that's essentially what it's gonna be, that mark of just showing like, hey, look, you're down for Esau, because that's essentially what the role it serves. And that's what the people that are going to be jumping on it, that's essentially what they're saying. They're just like, yo, they're looking to jump on it. And that's the thing is, they're they're basically looking to Esau for everything. So and the thing is now it's being used. Well, you mentioned politics earlier. I'm not sure exactly what level of politics is kind of being used in, but these, in the minds of the people, it's like, okay, look, you can get these NFTs, and it's the whole point is there's only one of, like, there's only a limited number of these that exist. Then they'll just kind of be like, hey, look, you can basically tie certain things, your identity, to these digital resources. Then hey, the Karag might just be like, okay, well, now you can never, you might be able to lose a USB wallet or whatever, or you might be able to lose access to it online or blah blah blah. But if you have it stored, within your person, then it's always going to be on you. And that, I think you already had a while back someone talk about, oh yeah, they had it on a chip inside them, the crypto wallets. Says Rudlets liken NFTs to traditional status symbols like designer handbags or sneakers that people use to connote their tastes and means. Now we're looking at LinkedIn, but in 5 years we're going to be looking at someone's digital wallet to see who they are. Now, so it all links up with the mark. But it's funny because it's like this, the whole NFTs angle, it blew up out of nowhere. So it's like, now it makes sense, because it's and the way people jumped on it, bruh, it's like the mark's gonna be pushed out hella easy. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Just a quick one, man. Shalom.